We've got 10 people on here, so I got a few folks. Okay, so this is our sales call. So welcome to our sales Zoom call. I cover all kinds of topics, but the main purpose really is to, answer your questions if you have questions. And so we had definitely had a win so far. My man, David Beckley, just started dialing. David has a great background because he was cranking final expense in this business years ago where he was just rocking. This guy was a consistent 30,000 a month sub producer. And then he had to take a hiatus and he's coming back. And what's really cool is he got his first set of leads. These are older final expense leads. And so he did. What I love about David is that he listens. So, when he heard that, you make a few dials, make some contacts, actually the rule of thumb is 3 contacts. You did book appointment, give your upline a call so they can coach you. And that's what he did. So he gives me a call. And this morning, early this morning, hey, you've got 3 contacts, it suggested I should reach out to you and you got a minute. I can think I know what I'm doing, but see, that's what I love about it. He's, a veteran producer and he's still checking upline because he recommended it. And he just ran through the thing. I go, yeah, sounds good, man. I mean, that's what else are you going to do with those? These are the typical, hang-ups and all that. So then he, a few minutes later, I don't know, maybe half hour later, he goes, hey, I booked my first appointment. So I am not surprised, right? When you crank through the leads, I think you got 20 old leads that we actually bonused them. We bought these for him because we felt bad because we didn't have any I think the last producer we had on his side of St. Louis, he's on the Illinois side of St. Louis, which is not St. Louis, but you guys know what I mean, across the river. And I don't remember the last time we had an agent there. We have St. Louis agents, but we didn't have really someone that just, he doesn't have his non-resident license. And so Jeannie and I thought, yeah, let's buy him some of the older leads. Let's just, throw them out there. Because the older direct mail leads, we have people booking appointments on those, man. I mean, they might be a year old. It could be 2 years old. They're the RW2 leads. And it never fails. Someone who just is diligent at dialing will book an appointment. And these are people that this lead, the RW leads have been distributed as an A lead, as a A1 lead, as a AA lead, as a AAA lead. So it went through 4 agents' hands, and they progressively get cheaper and cheaper and cheaper and cheaper, like half the cost every time. And then then we forget about them for about a year. So then they become an RW lead a year later where no one's calling them, zero. See, because, we sucker them through other agents. And then, and they might have sent a final expense lead to multiple agencies, right? And so other agencies are calling them at the beginning, and then we give it a year to just rest, I guess, and then we make that available as an RW lead, which is about a year later. And then a year later from that, we make it available as an R2 lead. And these are $5, $3, whatever. No one's calling them. And sometimes when people they're not ready to buy, or they just, I don't know why I sent it in. You guys know all those excuses. The typical excuses are the ones all those agents had at the beginning. A year later, circumstances change. A year later, it's different. They're in a different place. Someone just maybe died. I don't know, whatever. But now they're open. For some reason, they're open. And you don't know until you dial the leads. And so that was really cool. So, booked his first appointment. Am I surprised? No, because he's dialing the phone, right? So, so David, you can unmute.
Yes, sir.
All right, dude. So, man, good job.
Thank you. I just booked the second one right before I got on.
And you're on, of course, you're on a roll now, right? Because that's what happens, as you know.
Yeah.
Right? As you know, you're on a roll and you just keep dialing, and I almost hate that you had to stop dialing because you're on this call.
I got a rhythm going. Yeah.
You do. Okay, so we got a bunch of new agents, and they're figuring, what lead can I get and stuff. Give us your rundown so far this morning on your dialing experience.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I just got to be honest with you. I'm not a I'm not afraid to dial. I mean, I think I heard. I mean, that's the first step. Just don't be afraid to dial. I know Andy Albright was talking. I was listening to him talking. He said there was a guy with only 3 teeth in his mouth, and he said, "Hey, they can't bite me through the phone." I mean, that's just how you got to look at it. And I don't. Did I get? I got 3 or 4 hangups. So there's. I mean, you can't take it personal. Again, they can't reach through the phone and punch you in the eye. So you move on. Now, I address the objections, and I still, even though I did this years ago, it's like riding a bike, getting back on it. And I practiced before this day came, uh, but I still have the script in front of me. So I took the script out of Alex's website, ABM Financial. There's a couple scripts. If you go to phone dials, even though I feel comfortable with what I'm doing, I still have the script in front of me just in case. I'm looking at it while I'm talking, um, but I'm doing it in a comfortable way because I'm comfortable with what I'm saying. And I may not say the words exactly like it is on the script. I kind of got my own way of doing things that's comfortable for me.
Awesome.
But yeah, I mean, it's just and number two, and I think is the most important thing in my opinion. I mean, Alex and Henry know I'm freaking hungry, man. I mean, I I I got big goals. I want to make a lot of freaking money, and the only way I'm going to do it is to pick up the phone and dial. And like I got 2 appointments, and I don't feel like that's enough. I mean, I'm already texting Alex like, dude, give me some more leads. You know what I mean? And now once I make some money, the first thing I'm doing is buying more leads. When I was producing 2, 3 years ago, I easily spent $1,000 a week on leads, but I netted 30 grand a month. So, and the only reason I got out of business, I had 3 freaking heart attacks. It wasn't because of the business. Let me say that.
Thank you.
Had nothing to do with insurance. It's just I made some poor health choices and had to get out of the business for about 2 years. But the whole time I was out of the business, rehabbing, I got a defibrillator put in. I was always thinking about selling insurance. I'm like, man, I can't wait to get back. I need this. I got goals for my wife, goals for my kids. There's things I want to do with my life. And I can't wait till I'm making 30, 40 grand a month again. So I'm hungry. That's the reason I do it. Alex and Henry will tell you, I've been bugging the heck out of them for the past 2 months. Text them every day. Dude, I'm waiting to get contracted, waiting to get licensed. Can't wait. Can't wait for leads. And today is like my dream day come true. I'm like, hey, and I don't care if I fail. I don't care if I make 0 appointments. And as long as I call every single lead and stay with it, I think Andy Albright's wife said, don't quit this business, period. Even if it takes you 6 months to figure it out, don't quit. But you got to go swing the bat. You can't just lay around and not swing. And I don't care if I take 100 swings and get 10 appointments, or even if I take 100 swings and get 4 appointments, I'm happy, because the more I take those swings, the better I'm going to get. And if I keep doing this every Monday and Thursday, period, trying to set appointments for those other 4 days, I keep practicing, 3 or 4 months from now, it'll be easy. So that's my advice to the new agents. Get out there, take swings. Here's the thing. I use this analogy. In baseball, a great hitter bats over 300. Okay. That's 30%. So you can become an MVP in the Major League Baseball by getting 35% of your hits, which 30% sucks in other realms. But I mean, if you shot 30% in free throws in basketball, you suck. But if you get 30% in baseball, you're a hero. So to me, if I make 100 calls and I contact 30 people, that's doing pretty good. So all I got to say is take swings. You can't hit if you don't take swings. And every now and then you're going to get a home run. That's all I got, Alex.
Well, that's all. You said everything in there. Okay, so let's talk perspective. My perspective as being the upline manager. When I find someone like David, in my mind, here's what I'm thinking. Okay, as a business owner, right? As a business person, I'm thinking, I got someone who wants to run. I got someone who's getting results. I got someone who's dialing the phone. Why wouldn't I invest in that? Why wouldn't I start loading them up with A leads, all kinds of different A leads? Why wouldn't I? I'd be stupid if I didn't. Henry would be stupid. John Famiano was stupid if they didn't start pouring leads on them, out of our bank account. Like I said, we didn't ask permission from Henry, David's upline, or John Famiano, his upline. We didn't ask permission if we could spend money on David. We just spend money on them. I'm just saying, Henry makes an override on David. John Famiano makes an override on David. Maybe they should be doing the same thing. But I'm not waiting on them. Because see, if I waited on them to invest in a superstar downline from them, then I'm putting my checkbook in their hands, right? I'm putting my checkbook in Henry's hands. I'm putting my checkbook on John Famiano's hands. Alex Abuyuan does not put his checkbook in anyone else's hands, right? Because I got a thoroughbred horse in the gate. Why would I be stupid, right, and not invest in it? Now, his upline could just, ride on my coattails and whatever. That's cool. I don't care, But here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, man, I got somebody. And do you think that if I start pouring money with someone who's calling the leads right away, like he's calling these leads right away, he's jumping on the phone, he's letting me know immediately what's going on. Like how many people have I given free leads to, and then I got to bug them a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks later. Hey man, how are those leads going? I'm going, holy crap, I made a bad bet. I'm never going to make see, that's one thing about me. I never make a bad bet a second or third. Well, I'll do a bad bet a second time or third time. Pretty soon, this guy figures out that's not a horse I'm willing to bet on ever again, no matter what, forever, ever, amen. They gotta run on their own. They had their chance, and it's like, you lost it. You lost it. I got David. He calls the leads right away. He's a veteran, but he calls me anyway. He says, this is what I ran into. I'm thinking, how much do I want to pour down his way? I'm thinking, 4 figures maybe? I don't know, Henry, John, what do you guys think? What do you think? You know what I'm saying? So understand that you have a small window of time to prove that you're worthy of me pouring resources in your situation, okay? And if it doesn't happen, if it doesn't come through, I'm not going to say I will never invest in you again. I'll never say that. But, actions speak louder than words, right? On both sides, right? On both sides. And I don't mean that to be a mean thing. I just, at a certain point, I hear what you say, but I watch what you do. And when I see what you do doesn't match up with what you say, then I make my own decisions, right? I make my own business decisions for my family, right? So I hope you wouldn't cast aspersions on me because I'm acting like a smart business person. Andy Albright taught me this, right? Andy Albright taught me this. You put your productive resources with productive people. You don't put your productive resources to unproductive people. All you can say is, hey, fire it up, man. Let's make a lot of money. Go pound the leads. You want recommendations on lead investment, just let me know. God bless you, man. Let's rock and roll. That's what I'll say. David and I will have a different conversation, So I'm not saying that in a threatening way. Everyone's kind of at a different place in their life and a different place in what they're willing to do. I'm just saying, don't get all jealous because, wow, Alex, well, why isn't he investing in me? Well, there's probably a reason, right? Now, if you ask me, I'm not going to tell you the truth. I won't tell you. I will not tell you the truth. I won't lie to you either, right? It just is what it is. I preserve our relationship, okay? Does that make sense? I mean, am I speaking, stupid stuff here or what? I just want people to understand. So David's a great example. Just a great example. Well, it's, he was in the business, he was producing a lot before his heart attack. Yeah, but you know how many people that have killed the business before and then they come back and then they do nothing? I mean, I've had a lot of those people because I hire them. They're great salespeople at selling me on why I should hire them because they were great in the past. And then they come on board with us and they do nothing. I just crack up. It's like, yeah, okay, rock on, man. We're going to get rich. You go, work your thing out and then come back. Doors always open. I know you were great in the past. I'm sure you can find that person inside you to be great today, but then at the end of the day, are they going to dial the phone when they get leads? Are they going to dial the phone? And I just want to tear my hair out because someone gets leads and then they're getting ready, get ready. Hey man, did you dial those? Well, and then they come up with 5 different excuses selling me on why they didn't dial those leads right away. It's like, yeah, okay, cool. Rock on, man. Fired up for you. Just call me when you need me, right? Call me when you need me. I don't know how many of y'all heard that from me, but that just is code word for I care about you, but you know what? I'm finding someone else to invest in, right? I'm going to find someone else. Now, I'm always here to help you, but I am not going to, extend stuff to you. Does that make sense? So rock on, man. Great example, David. I appreciate you for being an example, and let's continue to do it. Let's see you rise to the top of the leaderboard. Okay.